To assign channel numbers to our fixtures, I would recommend going over to Vectorworks, purely because it sort of makes a bit more sense to me the way I work, to do the numbering on a plan view where I can see what I'm numbering, so that my numbers make logical sense. Now there's a very useful tool, which is the Spotlight numbering tool. It's a fantastic time-saving device. In here I can basically fill in any of these fields with certain numbering schemes, and it's great for things like channel numbers, dimmer numbers, etc. But it could also be useful for things like colors, because you do have the option to apply the same numbering to all units, so you can use it for all kinds of things. But for now, let's look at the channel numbering. So you got to make sure that you have a lighting device and the light info record up here. If this field doesn't look right and you don't get the options that you would expect from a lighting device, then that's probably because something up here is not selected correctly. We want to tick the channel. Now make sure you don't just highlight it like this. It has to have the tick, otherwise it won't actually apply it. And we're going to start with channel number 1. We're going to automatically increment the numbering and increment by 1. That is all we're going to do in this setting at the moment. And then we get this little target cursor, which we can now use to number our units. So I'm going to start with my warm cover. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over here. 5, 6. And then I'm continuing with my warm here. 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. 10. Got myself confused there. 11, 12. Now with my cold, I'm going to continue up from 13 down here. 16, 17, 18, and all the way to 24. And when I finished with one sequence, because the next one I'm going to start is my backlight, and I don't want to start my backlight at 25. I want to start probably 31, so that's an even number. So I'm double clicking to start the numbering tool again. So these are all numbered now, and I'm going to go for fresh start with a numbering, make the start number 31. Please start counting at 1. No sane person starts counting at 0. Many students do that. Especially when you get into the hundreds, they start counting their moving lights at 100. It means if you have 4 moving lights, the highest number's moving light is going to be 103. That doesn't make sense. Every sane person starts counting at 1, so you have numbers 1, 2, and 3. And if it's 101, then you have 101, 2, and 3. Please start counting at 1. It'll make your life easier when it comes to plot and focus to remember numbers. Okay. 31. So let's have, what are we going to have? This backlight here is going to be 31, 32, and 33. Now, while I'm using this tool, I can use my spacebar to bring up the hand to move my plan around without losing the tool. So we've got 33, 34, 35, and 36. Double click. And now start a fresh batch with our number 41, which is going to be the next batch of backlight. 41, 42, 43, 44, 46. Double click. Okay, so then we've got our front and our back. Let's start with the sides. I'm going to make 2 batches. Start one with number 51. And that's going to be the downstage, 51, 52, 53, 54, and then 55, 56, 57, and 58, and then a fresh batch to be my 61 60s. So 61, 62, 63, 64, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, so that's my high sides numbered. What else have I got? Let's do the moving lights. Spotlight numbering. We're going to start at 101 because it makes sense, you know it, so please do it. 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to count in a sensible way, not in a sort of circle, because that's confusing. You're reading from left to right, so it's a good idea to count from left to right as well on your plan. Okay, and now it's just the specials, really. I'm going to start the specials in the 80s. Now I've got, what have I got? I've got 3 bench specials. 1, 2, 3, and I've got a tree special and another tree, and then I've got a sun and a moon, and that might actually be it. Double click. Okay, so that I believe is all my units channel numbered. Let's go back into Lightwright and have a look what's happened. Here we go, we now have all of our channels filled in with information.